I'm Matt Bois.
I'm Michael Anstis.
And this is We Am Boys. So I'm asking you about the influential bands.
Ask me.
So what are your top influential bands?
I have notes, because of course I would.
Yeah.
And I kind of grouped these together. So like Poison the Well, Thrice, those bands were really big for me. Poison the Well in the sense that it was like early metalcore. I think Opposite December came out in 1999, and that album just brought me into that. Thrice was a band that I still love. Like they released their newer album last year, and I went and saw them. I love melodic, well-written choruses, riffs, that kind of stuff. So, and then I move into a little heavier Black Dahlia Murder. I saw them live, not knowing who they were. Seeing them live, it was right after they released Unhallowed, which is still one of my favorite albums. So they were really big for me in getting me into heavy music. And then I got really into hardcore. Comeback Kid, Terror, Sworn Enemy. I still love hardcore. I mentioned Knock Loose and I mentioned Nails, and I still like it. And then we get to trap. So what really started me on that was DJ Screw, 3-6 Mafia. I was in high school driving around listening to that. I had a black Explorer with some really fat 18-inch rims and a 12-inch subwoofer. If you can imagine. I didn't, I wasn't like, I still dressed very much like I do now, which is probably even more confusing, riding around in that thing, bumping. Got the rainbow color.
Sometimes he'll show up to band practice and I hear him before I see him.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I hear his car, not the engine, before I see him. He's like, and then the trap hat.
Yep, all the time. And then lastly, the more melodic sides of metal in like post-metal, post-rock, and melodic death metal. So Wolfheart was huge for me. Totally, like I hadn't been exposed to a lot of that kind of stuff, and it just made me see how I could put together kind of the dark, heavy atmospheric aspects of that. And then I love If These Trees Could Talk. They're one of my favorite bands. They're not super active, but I love post-rock, post-metal. So those are all very influential for me in finding my niches in music. So what are yours?
All right. So this is going back to before I really got into metal.
Of course I will.
But I would consider this metal.
Okay.
KMFDM was one of the first. I'd forgotten how big that was, but I just remember driving around downtown Chicago with my Uncle Ed and the song Megalomaniac by KMFDM. And I just was like, what is even going on here? Oh my God. And still I listen to it and I get chills. I love
really
that
nostalgic factor about some types of music.
Yeah, dude. Oh my God. So there's that, Slayer, Megadeth. I'd say Metallica, but so far as like how I write music, Soulfly, as I mentioned earlier.
Ghostemane.
Not Ghostemane.
I'm gonna say it in every
every
episode.
time we get together, this guy's got to be like, "Oh, and you love Ghostemane."
Okay. I keep interrupting you. I'm being so disruptive.
That's fine. And Nevermore. Nevermore is huge. Jeff Loomis. Oh my God, he's my all-time favorite guitarist.
I love the solo stuff he does.
Oh my God, so good. So good. Ozzy, specifically the Zakk Wylde era. That's really the main ones.
Okay.
That really got me going there.
All right, so we are introducing a new segment called Weekly Slappage. So Matt, what did you listen to this week that just slapped? Just slapped.
So it's not new.
Oh yeah.
But
doesn't have to be new. So sorry.
In Flames' Take This Life. It's the fucking Swedes.
Right.
So the fucking Swedes, I don't know what they're doing over. What's in that water? But those guys get a hold of guitars and stuff, and it's just like, yeah. So, yeah. So Take This Life.
Okay.
And it starts with that really heavy string skipping.
Right.
Yeah.
Nice.
So that's one of my slaps.
Okay.
And then, as I mentioned earlier, so rediscovering KMFDM.
Right.
Megalomaniac by KMFDM.
Oh, nice. Okay.
That was.
Those are your slap tracks.
Yeah.
Nice.
What about what's your weekly slappage?
My weekly slappage are these new Gatecreeper singles that they've been slowly releasing.
Dude, what's with the Swedish?
It It slaps, apparently, is the gist I'm
But
getting
they're
from
not
this
from
segment.
Sweden, right?
No, Arizona. I was wrong. You knew they were from Arizona. I, for some reason, thought they were from Dallas. I don't know what it is. They have some connection with Power Trip, actually, which is funny because I'm wearing the shirt.
We're both wearing, like,
Thrash
Titans.
Yeah, so they're releasing a new album on October 4th, and they've released 3 singles maybe so far. So I've been jamming those heavy.
I've seen them twice. Once with Cannibal Corpse and once with Dying Fetus.
Oh. Oh my God.
Dude. Yes.
Amazing. I need to drink my tea and calm down.
Yes.
So what else did I listen to this week that slapped?
I don't know what that noise
I just want to
is,
make you uncomfortable.
and I don't think that's going to come on the mic.
And no one's probably going to know this. Bill Saber, I'm very much into. He's the one I sent you the picture, and he's got the hair with like the ram horns.
Oh my
I love
God.
it. He's got a song.
That's real?
That's I think that's his hair. I don't know, but
No, that's not a meme.
Oh,
Like,
no.
That's how he walks around.
Yeah, it's his shows and stuff. He's got a track called 666 Problems. Slaps.
Yeah.
So that I would say that's my other slap track of the week.
Okay.
Yeah. We're starting a Spotify playlist that we're going to add tracks that we've talked about. Definitely our slap tracks. We'll share it. We would love for you guys to check it out. Give us feedback. If we're missing tracks that you think slap that we should listen to, tell us in the comments.
That's what's cool about this is like we very clearly listen to
Entirely different. Well, not entirely, but a lot. Yeah, very different.
Like the KMFDM on the way to practice the other day.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. Because I was a DJ.
Yeah.
DJ Matt Don't Touch Me there.
Which is funny because your actual DJ name was Get Weird, which is what you just did.
Yep.
I wonder why you had that name. I don't get it.
Never going to live it down. Never going to live it down. So yeah, check out the playlist. Let us know what you think. Give us recommendations. We'd love to hear from you.
Speaking of stuff that we're not necessarily into, the new As I Lay Dying album came out.
We're going to talk about that.
Yeah.
Should I start or should you start?
You should probably start because Michael gets in his feels about this.
I was seriously at red lights driving home yesterday, listening to it, but just furiously texting about it because Frail Words Collapse 2003, I think, was a huge album for me. I went into this album realizing it's 16 years after the albums that I liked. Band has gone through maybe some lineup changes, but there's been some stuff going on. And so I knew this would be a different album. And it's a different time for metal, and especially metal that's more popularized. And so I just want to caveat by saying I think this album is exactly what you would expect from As I Lay Dying at this point. And I think it's something probably a lot of their fans like. It's very well produced. It's clear a lot of money went into it. But I did not like it at all. I got through the first 4 tracks and I was like, I felt like I listened to one song. I could not tell them apart. So I did not enjoy it, but I understand it. And I would not bash them for putting out that album. And I'm sure it's doing great. Or,
yeah, probably.
Maybe not, but yeah.
Yeah.
So
what do you think? I've never been an As I Lay Dying person, partly out of just ignorance. I recognize the name.
Right.
But being a highly judgmental person most of my life,
me too.
I saw a band name that was more than 2 words, and I was like, "You go in the fucking note bin."
Yeah. Oh, you just took this from Faulkner? Like, of course.
So I never listened to them. Hanging out with some people, I'm sure it was playing in the background. So I'm positive I've heard it before, but I recognize the name, and so we decided to do that album, and I put it on, and within the first 2 notes, I was like, "Oh, this." And I was like, it's this.
The formula.
I know this.
Yep.
This music, and I think I was maybe halfway into the first song, and it was like, "Oh, okay, this is a great album for what they're doing." They nailed the thing, and then as the album went on, I was like, "Yeah, okay,
they're fitting into that sound,
what they're doing." And then you recommended me check out their first album, and I agree with you there. Yeah, but when I heard that, I was also like, "Oh, it's this genre."
It is. Yes, it's very much that metalcore, quintessential metalcore.
Like during a certain part of every couple of songs, the singer's probably going to get down on probably almost all fours or squat down, and he's going to be like, and then I went up to her, and then I said, you know, that sort of thing, and that just drives me fucking crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
As they dying. But yeah, I mean, I wasn't a huge fan, but they're doing what they're doing.
Yeah.
It's clearly working. Their fans probably like it. So what's my opinion, you know?
Yeah. My final answer here is if you like As I Lay Dying, you're going to like this album. If you like old As I Lay Dying as opposed to newer As I Lay Dying, maybe not. But if you're a fan, you're going to like it. You already listened to it, you know. If you like metalcore, probably.
Right.
You're going to be into it. If you're a thrash and death metal guy, steer clear.
But what did you guys think? Let us know. Let us know.
In the comments. Let us know.
Not the bio, in the comments.
Yeah.
So yeah, smash that.
Yeah.
Smash
that like button. Comment.
Subscribe.
Hit the little bell wherever that's going to be, as we're not professional yet, and so you get notifications. We're going to be putting up more more content.
Yeah, now we're kind of on the schedule. Basically, you can expect episodes on Fridays and a couple additional content videos throughout the week.
Yep.
So,
if you're not cringing yet,
you
there's more
should be.
coming.